You see, why the Senate or the legislative arm of most of these developed countries are thinking of legislations that will take them to the moon, things that will improve what their government is doing, the betterment of the people out there. We here in this part of the world, we are interested in sexual harassment and the likes. You see, sometimes we do some of these things ridiculing ourselves and ridiculing what the country stands for. We saw Senator Natasha at the IPU trying to talk about allegation. That was at the international stage. Remember, the recommendation from the ethics committee of the Senate was that she was not supposed to represent the country or stand in her capacity as a senator, but that's what she was doing at the international stage. You see, it calls for a lot of questions. We're not here to express our opinion. We're just looking at that case holistically. You see, her accusation of the Senate president calls for a lot of question. You see, why the accusation? Why is it coming after the exchange of seats? Why was she suspended? Because of the way she responded, not allowing us in speaking, even when the Senate president didn't allow her to speak. But you see, this thing that just happened, this is not the first time it's happening. I remember Senate President Godswill Akpabio had the same challenge with Bukola Saraki when Bukola Saraki was the Senate President. Akpabio was not allowed to speak, but he insisted on speaking, and a lot of altercations here and there, but he was not suspended. See, there are a lot of things we do in this country, we just do them and then without recourse, without going back history lane to check things that we have done and also the implication to the country. Now, for Senator Natasha, I think this is not the first time we're having such challenge with her. I remember her case with Reno Omokri, where she accused Reno Omokri of sexual harassment, and we knew what happened, that they later had to apologize to Reno when Reno could prove that the day she said she was harassed, Reno was not even in the country. And Reno was not even at the places she said Reno was. Is it a reoccurring decimal, or what do you think is the issue? Well, when you are out there, a woman in politics, we should not take away such things from happening. They're definitely going to happen, especially from the seat of power or when you are exposed to some of these men. But I don't think from the legal perspective that they can suspend a senator for up to 6 months, because I remember it happened with Dume. The court said no, it should go for 14 days, shouldn't be more than 14 days and stuff like that. But that is not the bottom line. The story there is this. Do you think this is what the country needs at this time? Don't you think we can do better? Well, I believe the Senate has mature minds that should look at this and see how to take this thing off and center on things that are beneficial to the interests of the common man. We saw therapy suing the president for suspending Senator Natasha. That is not in the interest of her constituency for her to be suspended for 6 months, who's going to represent her constituency and the likes. Well, let's see what happens. I think the Senate can do a rethink and call her back, but then she should learn how to manage herself and then how to speak, and then especially how to respect people, or rather how to give people their flowers. What is your take? What do you think is the problem? We're going to see in our next video.